playing at right centre. Dewey and Naden on the far side of the field. They'll hook it back to Coates, who makes a catch. They keep it alive. Beware the second kick. Garlic misses Hughes. Katoa it is who ends up with it. Runs towards Luai. Fires it out to Meany. Here is Papenhuyzen, who grubbers in behind. Nobody there. Toes it forward. A problem for the Tigers. Papenhuyzen. He reached out off his own kick, reeled it in, and plants it down. What a spectacular beginning for the Melbourne Storm.
My gosh, what an effort from Ryan Papenhuyzen, the Melbourne superstar fullback, doing it all himself. It was Cameron Munster off the right boot, under pressure over on that left-hand side of the field. Kicks it off his right foot there, Munster, under pressure. Normally a left footer, caught by Coates, and from there, it all got a little scrappy as they tried to find Hughes. The ball ends up on the ground. Katoa straightens the attack, rifles the ball over to Nick Meany. And then it ends in the hands of Papenhuyzen, who just sums things up. Beautiful work. Little dribble in behind the line, the second kick ahead. Look at the acceleration here. Gets on the inside there of Naden, who just hesitated momentarily. Not the Melbourne fullback. Loves Amy Park.
It really hurt the Tigers right there. Papenhuyzen bends it in from the right-hand side. Can't do any more than what he's done.
Be interesting to see the detail in which the Tigers go about their attack this afternoon. The Melbourne Storm defensive line, particularly their right edge. Their right edge has been the worst in the competition. They've let in 19 tries in the opening couple of months of the competition. And so far, 2 of the Tigers' shifts going towards Melbourne's left edge instead. It'll be fascinating to see if there's a tactical adjustment as they get closer to the try line.
Kamanu back at the halfway line. Here is Hughes, comes to Munster, and Papenhuyzen, good hands. Anderson, Coates, Galvin was there. Coates comes back infield. Guess who's there again? He's electric. He's everywhere. Ryan Papenhuyzen has a double inside the opening 10.
Yeah, the big 4 missing one of the band members, but the other 3 are just tearing them to shreds here in the opening 10 minutes. Hughes, Munster deep into the line. Brilliant, double pumps the pass. Papenhuyzen at speed with Anderson. Coates just gets on the inside of Galvin far too easily. Galvin needed to do better defensively there. You can see him just getting caught up on the lead, but gets across quickly with his cover defence. Taruva beaten on the inside. Galvin just simply had to come up with a stop here against Coates, or at least get his body in front. And he just breezes past him, Coates. Finds Papenhuyzen in full flight. And the Melbourne fullback is moving beautifully here on Mother's Day. Absolutely really clever work there from Coates.
Tigers go very short. They put it up in a chimney almost. Buller is there, beaten by Coates. Comes back to Papenhuyzen. He has a hat-trick inside 17 minutes. It's Papenhuyzen for Ryan Papenhuyzen.
Boy, what an afternoon, or what a start to the game he's having, Ryan Papenhuyzen. He puts the kick in to get the repeat set. And then Xavier Coates. He's the man who just hears the footsteps of Papenhuyzen looming up on the inside. Bit of luck going the way there, but desperation from Coates, and then all he could hear was Papenhuyzen. And with the mood he's in, whenever he wants the footy, just get the ball. And you can see just a number of Tigers players. I said, you've got to be perfect when you come to Amy Park. There's Coruscant.
Right in front, he'll make this 16 points to nil. The Tigers aren't careful, knowing what Melbourne can do back on the way down. Bucket is happy. From right in front, Ryan Papenhuyzen makes it 22 points to nil. 2025 here in round 10. Adds 2 more points, no mistake. This time around, it's 28 points to nil. We've had 28 minutes of action. That is for sure and certain. From right in front, Papenhuyzen with the extra 2 once again. Plays it for Garlic, and now Liero, Munster shift from inside their own 20. And plenty of touches on the ball today has Cam Munster. His kicking game terrorising the Tigers. Ian Coates is having their way with the Tigers. He's ready for action again. Wants a quick play the ball. Sean Bloor instead, though, against his old club. Just taking so many metres out of Galvin and Seyfarth right there. He's back at least, and it slows things down. But short side Ray, Papenhuyzen, and Anderson, Coates, back to Papenhuyzen. He equals his personal best with 4 tries in the one game. A short side raid, quick hands, and they've caught them napping again.
Yep, absolutely killing them down that side of the field this afternoon. Papenhuyzen 3 in the first half, and he's almost had 2 in 2 minutes. Great work from Garlick. There's Papenhuyzen, great skill there from Anderson. Coates has been brilliant. Their left side's been brilliant. And Ryan Papenhuyzen just said, Greg Alexander saying in halftime, couldn't agree more. He really is. If he's not the best support player in the game, he's in the top 2. And he is always there. Whenever there's a half opportunity, he turns them into points. Great vision, great skill. And the West Tigers, again, it came off just a carry from Sean Bloor, the former Tiger, who just marched 20 metres through the Tigers' defensive line upfield. Fast play the ball. And that's all they need, this Melbourne Storm side. You'd imagine Ryan Papenhuyzen's name would certainly be in the mix.
Well, maybe forget 14. Maybe he's in the mix for the number 1 jersey.
Maybe.
This looks like they're going to keep the foot on the gas today. Yeah. Papenhuyzen in search of a handful of tries for the first time in his career at this level of the game. Dominate the way he has done. So he has a break now. We are still with 20 minutes remaining here, and it is a huge scoreline. So Papenhuyzen, with just on 13 minutes remaining, makes it 58 points to 0.
I'm not sure I've commentated a great game like this for a long time. 64-0 now.